Ciao Amici, I'm Master Leo Spizzeri, and today I'm going to be showing you one of those pizza sauces that you need to have in your repertoire. This is one of those sauces that you can go back to at any time. You can use it for any of the American style pizzas, and that's why I call this the American traditional pizza sauce. "35 years, this never gets old." Like I said, this isn't very hard. All the ingredients here you can get in a grocery store. You're gonna use a 28-ounce can of San Marzano tomatoes or crushed tomatoes. I've got 30 grams of extra virgin olive oil, 6 grams of sea salt, a little bit of black pepper, a half a clove of fresh garlic, some oregano, a couple leaves of fresh basil, and I'm gonna finish it up with a little bit of sugar just to give us a little bit of sweetness. You'd see this sauce a lot if you were ever to travel to New York, maybe in Brooklyn. That type of sauce that you could still taste the tomatoes, but all the fresh herbs. People tease me all the time, "Oh, you just put a marinara sauce on top of a pizza," but I'm telling you, the zestiness of those herbs that are in this, hand tearing that basil is key because it allows the essential oils to come out, and then that little kiss of oregano and garlic is really what puts this sauce over the top. The oregano that I'm using is on the branch. This is dry oregano from Calabrian, Italy, which is where my family is from. But if you can't find this, go ahead and just get yourself some dry oregano and just give us a little pinch, and it's really just a little kiss. I want you to make this sauce at home because this is one of those pizza sauces that to me hits all the buttons for everybody that I've ever made pizzas for in America. I'm an Italian American. My parents are right off the boat, and we're used to that minimalist opinion on tomatoes and garlic and all this. So it kind of combines the best of both worlds. And guess what? I even threw a little bit of sugar in there for you just to make everybody happy. The dough that I'm featuring for this sauce, you might remember from the video that I did called American Traditional Pizza Dough or my utility dough. This is one of those doughs that'll make a lot of different things, but for a New York style pizza like we're doing it right now, I turned the temperature of the oven down a little bit. I've got beautiful caramelization, and you're gonna get a gorgeous crispy pizza that won't have a lot of that tip flop. Now, I'm gently going to take this dough ball out of the box. You see I'm using this scraper, and that scraper is going to help me keep all of those gas bubbles inside of the dough. Once I come out, I'm going directly into semolina flour. This is that semola di macinato, which is double ground semolina, so it's very smooth and silky. From here, I'm using my fingers in that piano method that I've showed you before, where I'm almost like making this waffle pattern into the dough, and everywhere that there's a crisscross pattern, I'm gonna trap an air bubble. So this is why this dough comes out of the oven so crispy. I'm gonna stretch this dough, try to stretch it as uniform as you can. This is one of those life skills that, yes, you might have a little bit thinner middle, or you might have a little bit extra dough on the sides, but I promise you the texture is gonna be great. When you go and you put the ingredients on, like your tomato sauce, look at how I'm going to go kind of heavy on this because this is more concentrated, and as this bakes for that little bit longer extended time, that concentrated tomato sauce is actually going to sweeten up, and that's what I love. I'm using mozzarella. This is whole milk mozzarella that I've cut into small chunks. Those small chunks on top of here are gonna melt really uniform, and they're not gonna look like they're disintegrated like you baked the pizza in your home oven. It's gonna spread really nice, and then finally, look at this gorgeous pepperoni that I'm using. I'm finishing this up with a little bit of garlic oil. Maybe you saw me do my garlic confit video where I made garlic in the oil and then I let it slow cook, and this is the oil from that video. And finally, a nice dusting of that Calabrian oregano that I love. I'm going into the oven. Low and slow is kind of what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for that Neapolitan 90-second bake. I'm looking for something that's probably gonna be about 4.5 to 5 minutes. Once this goes into the oven, this is the perfect time. If you haven't prepped your ricotta yet, I'm gonna finish this pizza with these gorgeous ricotta dollops that I'm simply seasoning some ricotta with some chopped parsley, Parmesan cheese, a little bit of black pepper, and then I'm just kind of whipping it all together till it's smooth. I know that a lot of you don't have a piping bag at home. That's why I'm gonna use this Ziploc bag. Throw it all inside there, squeeze the air out, and then take the end and twist it so it's nice and tight. Once you get the pizza out of the oven, at that point, snip the ends of the bag, and then I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna make all these beautiful dollops across the top of this pizza. And then finally, I'm gonna take a little bit of fresh basil. I'm gonna use a fancy French technique called a chiffonade, where I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna run it through the length of this to make these beautiful strips. I'm gonna garnish with a little bit of basil and finish it with just a little bit more Parmesan cheese. And I can't tell you enough. I hope you can make this for your family, because this is definitely gonna be a winner. As I promised, I'm giving you one from my personal arsenal. This is my favorite style of pizza and my gift to you. I love all the things about this pizza. You saw how simple it was to come together. Now what I've got is this beautiful, perfect, crispy bite. I can't wait to see what you do with it. Leave your comments on this page so I can see them. Tell me your successes. If you haven't gone yet, check out the dough recipe on the channel, and I hope to see you all soon. Ciao, amici. You see that cheese pull? It's because of that cube mozzarella. I'm telling you, try this, it's gonna be your favorite.